Okay, so welcome to the first episode of For Those Who Code. So I think all of us who code. So the way I define, so first let me introduce myself. I'm Isaac Chang. I code and I code. If you enjoy working on Eclipse rather than writing PowerPoint slides, then you're in the right room or the right car. So for those who are managers, you may not although you may not code, but if you look at in the future, like Anshu, he missed the days when he enjoyed coding, and then later on he may choose his career back to coding. And there are numerous examples. I've been coding for more than 10 years. Before Anshu, I also reported to Scott Spangler, who was a manager, and then back to individual contributor, developer, researcher, scientist. And also doing back in the DBTI database technology days, also Edison Ting and Jane Shu, also those examples who chose to be manager and then later on went back to coding. And so this is, so if you code, this for those who go serious, it's for you. And if you think that this is a waste of your time, just tell me to shut up. I don't take it personally, and then we won't waste you any more time. But if you think that this one will help you do a better job in the future, or make your life a little happier, then I will keep doing. For you. Monday, we heard from Nidhi about like certain things that we have no control over, like reorganization, right? So when we organize and people take our code and then say, okay, this is not reusable, and then we're going to rewrite the whole thing from scratch, right? That's counterproductive, right? And those are the things. Reorganization, we have no control over. And today we're talking about things that we have a lot more control over, so we can do a better job. And also, another example, if one of us go on vacation, and then like Pong is on vacation, and then there's something wrong with his code. If I can understand more of his code, then I will be more productive without bugging him during vacation, right? So that's another motivation why we're here. Let me back it up. I'm teaching not because I'm the best teacher, because you guys, all want me to teach. I'm teaching for you, and for thousands of years, it has been believed that, who is the best teacher? Pong, do you think? Have you heard from Asia? Who is the best teacher? In Chinese, I heard that failure is the best teacher.
That's right.
Right? Failure is so-called the mother of success. So I'll divide this section into two sections. First, I will talk about TDD, test-driven development, and then I will talk about code review in the next half. So we are not off topic in the TDD session. And as you know, I don't know how to make entertaining PowerPoint slides, so I will use my word to entertain you instead. So back to the example, failure. If people believe that failure is the best teacher, then also some people believe that, to teach a baby to swim, you just throw the baby in the water and then the baby will swim, learn from itself. Well, if I throw this baby in the water, would it learn to swim? Machine learning, unsupervised learning? No, right? What we are missing here, why failure is not the best teacher in this case. We are missing one thing. Failure, it has to be, people has to fail safely in order to learn. The penalty must be low in order to learn. So if you fail and then you die, you will never do a better job, right?
Yeah.
Unit testing is that idea. When you fail, you immediately see the fail, and then the penalty is 1 millisecond. You don't waste a day or a week. So it's that this is how we can improve, and that's the philosophy of agile methodology. Is that you fail a little, and then you improve a little. You don't have a big failure. In the old days, waterfall methodology is we have an epic fail. And then it's very hard to figure out how we are going to do a better job because the failure is so big, the penalty is so high, right? And then everybody afraid of failure. That's wrong. Failure is good as long as the penalty is low. So that's what the philosophy, the rationale behind test-driven development. And Alok, yeah, let me ask you, when would be a good time to write a test case? Should we write a test case before implementation or after? What do you think?
Yeah, we should try to write it before when it is possible.
Yes.
But that may not be possible always.
Yeah, that's excellent answer. You write the test case, you get the failure. You may get success. Then you know that there's nothing to do, right? That's the best case scenario. We try. So running test case is not a waste of time. It's saving us time because we save our time by not creating unnecessary work. So one of the reasons why I'm not going to post this on YouTube is I'm going to use concrete example, and the lawyer would not like me if I post our source code on YouTube. So I'm still posting on Box, yeah. And the example I'm going to use is the one that, if I can open Firefox.
You are opening a file.
I'm already in Firefox. And then how can I go to another tab? I think I need to minimize this one.
Yeah.
And then go to this one, right? Yeah. So this is a very good task, well-defined task. Look at the description the Pong wrote for me. And do this. And then first things that I did, yeah, is making the, consolidating, yeah. Okay, consolidating two classes. So this one is not a new feature. So existing test case will cover that. That's why, yeah. And this is high priority because if I don't do that immediately, people will randomly put into two different util classes, right? Bad idea. So I consolidate so that everybody will use the same util class for the same purpose because there's no reason why we have to pass URL in two different places, right? And let's look at the real job of this task. And how can I open up the test case? This is not really a good way to open up the test case.
File shares.
No, when you do code review, maybe I open up the wrong commit. Let me over that. Yeah, this is the real test case. So let me click on that. Yay! Okay, this is a test case I've written. So before I implement anything, then I know DP2 works, but Postgres failed. So this is the implementation that I focus on. It's like implementation is like driving, right? You start from a place and then you get to your destination. And unit testing is like setting your GPS. So one of the good thing about setting a GPS is that you have a goal. And then when you go to a detour, then the GPS then recalculate so that you don't go off course that much. So you drive a little and then you know you're on the wrong track and then you can correct. And this one is your roadmap or GPS that you work towards, making everything pass as a result of your implementation. And I don't think I need to drill too deeply into the code. Yeah, at this point, I think this one is just more of the rationale why we're doing that. And later on, if people are interested, you can actually look at the code. I may even post this on YouTube because I'm not showing any source code, which is awesome, right? This is nothing confidential. Even I would argue that dbutil there's no trace in dbutil, but Neuer may disagree because Google are all doing the same thing. It's common sense, it's common knowledge. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I don't need to show the code. Yeah. I think at this point, any question about test-driven development before we go into code review? We try to waste as little of your time as possible and get the best benefit of this for those who code sessions. Okay, so let's call it a day for TDD, and let's turn our attention to code review. So there are certain things that you, the developer, are best doing, and there are other things that other people are better doing for you. And test cases, you are the best person who write the test case because you set the goal and you're more likely, you're faster to reach your goal because you set the goal. So you're the driver, you set the GPS, right? That's the best way. And waterfall methodology, people believe that there's a test department who write test cases. That is wrong. Because when you wait for the test department and then you already written weeks of code, right? And then things fail and then it's very difficult to track out what did I do wrong, right? And the test people need to communicate, right? What are you doing, right? They may be testing the wrong thing, right? And that's inefficient. So in the new agile methodology, always the developer writes the test case before implementing the feature. Now, there's other things that is better when other person rather than the developer. That's code review. In the old days, when we are using rational team concept, some people, I'm not naming names, set themselves as the code reviewer and the skip code review. Bad idea. So let me, besides Pong and Alok, who is on the call?
He's on the call.
Ying, okay. Yeah, Ying. And Pradeep, okay. And Joyce, okay. Okay, who volunteer to answer my next question? Let me ask the question first. Yeah. So we have testing, right? So testing will ensure that your code is good. And usually machine is better to tell whether your code works than a person. Why do you still need a person to read your code? So anyone who hasn't answered my question before, Joyce, yeah, what do you think? Why do you need a person to read the code? we have already have test cases who can check the code, the code works, right? A person is less reliable. We are talking about code review. Let me answer that. Okay, let me answer that. Test case is very good at testing the correctness of the code, mathematical correctness. But human is good at other things. Like if you have an error message that make no sense to the user, and usually when you write the error message, you don't know because you are not the user. Even though you're a very good writer, you know English very well, or you know Chinese very well in the case of writing Chinese messages, but you need another person to tell you, okay, this makes no sense. Some another perspective, and also connection leaks, and forget about test cases. I think I added the DB2 test case after you told me that I need to test DB2. Yeah. So if I forget to write a test method, then the person will tell me, yeah, you need to write the test method to do that. So that's why code review and unit testing complement each other. And code review, in an extreme case, is pair programming, just like you and I did last night. So we both look at the same screen, right? There's one form of code review, right? And pair programming is not a waste of time, even though intuitively it is, and most management would understand that. But if for those who really want to learn about pair programming, then code retreat is the one, the best setting to learn why pair programming is not a waste of time. You actually code faster, with another person. But a lot of times, because we have multiple tasks and then we have dependencies, then we cannot tie up two people at the same time in the same room, then code review is the next best thing. So you have the code, and then the other person code a little, review a little. And what's a good way to define a little? From years of experience, one day is probably a very good granularity. Of course, sometimes shit happens and then you get nothing done in a day. But normally, under normal circumstances, you code one day and then you review one day, and then at the most, when you're totally off track, you correct one day's work. It's way better than correcting 2 weeks' work. We have a 2-week sprint because from the user's perspective, like Mac or Windows, we don't want to get daily update from Microsoft or Apple, right? You usually get it twice a month, every 2 weeks. So when we merge from developer branch to master branch, good idea to do it bi-weekly. But for development, 2 weeks is way too much code to review. We should not. I mean, if things, we want people to do things, you don't make it harder than necessary. So 1 day of code review is actually very easy to review, right? And when there are issues, it's very easy to fix. So I strongly encourage we code 1 day and then we review 1 day of code. So to make the job easier and it's more fun and more effective, and we can make progress faster that way, so that we have daily delivery into development. And CI, we have the CI test case to protect the develop, and no real user is using the develop branch. And then we have Ying as the gatekeeper for the master branch, which is good enough. We don't want to break master that often, but develop is as good as that's for developer by definition, right? The develop branch. So that's what a good way to do. Another example of outside Java programming, I think last time when we I think celebrate Joyce 10 years, right? Nidhi asked, who was driving is so fast, right? Yes, you know, I'm not a big fan of spending a lot of money on buying a very fast car. And the reason why is Pong is sitting on my side. So it's kind of like pair programming. For example, I think when it was green light and then I was watching the bird, I was not going, right? You remind me, hey, it's green light, and then I go. And that's the pair, the power of the pair that improves the speed of the getting the result fast. Because I'm looking at the bird and then Pong was looking at the traffic light, which is the right thing to do, and then he remind me, and that's the key of getting to the destination fast, right? It's not a waste of time having another perspective, doing the review or pair programming is absolutely will make our agile development a lot faster with higher quality. So yeah, so much for my talking. I think for today, yeah, I cover both the test-driven development and code review. Any questions on either of the subject? We still have, I think, plenty of time for questions. If no question, then we can get back to work. I think I still have, nobody will object if I post this on YouTube, right? There's no confidential material that I presented, right?
I'm not sure.
What kind of things would be considered secret, right? Our cases must work with DB2 and Postgres. That's obvious. Yes. Yeah. If I post it on YouTube, would it cause IBM to lose any competitive advantage? No. I mean, yeah, the people from Google can watch. That's fine. Yeah, they will probably give me constructive comments how I can do a better job next time, right? If I said something wrong, then other people will be from Amazon, LinkedIn, yeah, if they care to watch. That's, yeah. So I think I will post it on YouTube if you guys don't discuss secrets. Yeah. Any questions? No. Okay. Let's get back to work. And thank you. And keep giving me comments and what will be the next topic. I think next time probably I will call about BDD, behavior-driven development. You attended code retreat, right?
Yeah.
So you know what that is. It's good refresher. But for those who haven't attended code retreat, I strongly recommend that you sign up. Yeah, and I will post it on YouTube, and also I will put the link on the Agile channel as suggested by Matt, Steve, and George also gave me a thumb up. Yeah, for this for those who code serious. Thank you. So Control Command.